Okay, we're going to take a look at how to work with sliders and how to do some a little bit of content authoring in a short video that we're going to explore right now. First of all, we want to go to the page we want to edit. In this case, we want to edit the home page. I'm going to click on Edit for the home page. And the first thing I want to do is I want to work with the featured content sliders. In other words, the slider at the top of the page. So once I'm on the edit page for home, I'm already on the page I want. I just want to switch to a different tab called Featured Content Sliders. And here we see the sliders that we already have on the page. So let's say I want to go in and simply change the text that appears on the slider that's already on the page. What I would do is I would just look at the picture and I want to match up with the picture that I want to change. In this case, I'm going to change this slider right here. I'm going to click on Edit right here. And currently it says sex education or just trauma and child abuse. So I'm going to change that to, now that's the text that's already on the slider. Hang on here, let me get that page up here. Let's switch back to, so I'm going to add one more question mark and save the slider, and then you'll see, going to go back to the home page and launch the public view of the home page, and you'll see that now my next my third question mark has appeared on the front page. So let's also take a quick look at, some people prepare PDFs, and it's real simple to take a PDF with the text on it that you want, and from there get the actual slider image that we want to use on the slider. Now every computer has a screen grab capability, so I'm simply pulling up the PDF that I was sent, how we want this slider to look. I'm simply pulling up the PDF that I was sent, and I'm launching my screen capture. Every computer has this. It may not be this particular icon, but it's going to be a screen capture, screen grab type of utility. And I'm going to select that I want to select the area to grab, and I take my screenshot and I select the area that I want to grab, and I simply save that to a file name, and I'm going to call this one failed.png, and I'm going to save that, and you'll see there it's appearing over here on my desktop. I saved it to my desktop. You can save it anywhere, but there it's appeared over there where I can use it. So that's how to grab something from a PDF. I'm going to close that, and then I'm going to upload a new slider. I'm going to go back to my featured sliders. I'm still on settings, and I'm still on my home page. I'm going to go back to featured sliders, featured content sliders, and first of all I'm going to browse for the image. So I'm going to click browse, and I'm going to pick the image, failed.png. I'm going to open that file. Now the label is not going to be displayed, so I can just call this failed, and this is not going to be displayed anywhere. It's like a slug, and you don't need to worry about this displaying. Now this does display. This is the action text that's going to be overlaid on the image. Now this particular image already has text on it, so I'm actually going to leave this blank. But one thing I do have to choose is which page am I going to feature? Which page do I want to go to when somebody clicks on this particular slider image? In this case, I'm going to choose petition, and you see I just typed in part of the slug, and it's guessing petition, so I'm just going to select that, and now I can save the slider, and there we go. When we go to look, you'll see that the fourth slider has already been added. Now we have 4 images and 4 texts on our slider. Now this is a copy of the one that we have up here, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete this slider that I just added, and that's how you delete one. So that's a good way to do it. So when we know that we need a modification on this, we're going to be moving the text from here over to here. So when we get that, we can just come in, edit this slider, choose a different image, same way we did before, and then just save that slider with the image. Now let's also talk about other things that we can do. I'm going to go back to the home page, and I'm going to click on content, and this is where I changed the content of the home page. Let me get back to the home page here on our public site. And on our public site, the text that we're displaying is this right here. And we change that by clicking on content, and there's the content, the same content that we see on the opening page. And so if we want to change the content, we can just come here and type in what we want. You'll notice I have here a bulleted list that was created by selecting this icon right here. And this is in a little bit larger text. I created this by typing in the text and then selecting the text that I wanted to change, and I made this a heading 2, which is a rather large typeface. I could make it normal text like that. It's normal text. I also bolded it. You can see that I bolded it, I unbolded it, I bolded it again, and now I want to take it from normal paragraph text to something larger. So I'm selecting heading 2. You could select heading 3, which is a little smaller, but in this case we really want pretty large text, so we're doing that. We're making it quite large. You can also insert images by clicking this icon right here. It's going to give us a insert image. We can click right here to upload the image we want, or we can choose an image that we've already got up on the site. That's it for right now. This video was already long enough. I'm going to stop it, and questions, answers, we'll be glad to help.